What is up, everybody? Nick Costa here, and today is an exciting day because we get the chance to unbox my new Ludwig NeuSonic kit. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the NeuSonic series, it was a series that was introduced by Ludwig back at the NAMM show in January of this year. Ludwig set out to make a USA custom kit that was under $1,000 for the working drummer. The shells for the NeuSonics are 6-ply shells. They are a 3-ply maple exterior and a 3-ply cherry interior. This configuration that I got is the 22-12-16 package. It is a 16 deep by 22 diameter kick drum, 8-inch deep by 12-inch diameter rack tom, and a 16-inch deep by 16 diameter floor tom. It all comes in one big old box, so let's start unpacking it. Alright, so what you see here is that 3-piece configuration in the 16 by 22, 16 by 16, 8 by 12. Notice that everything was nested in one giant box from Ludwig. We have our floor tom legs over here. We have the hoops for the 12 and the 16-inch toms. I am sure all of the tension rods, claws, everything else is inside that box. Our two 22-inch bass drum hoops. And now we have to put it all together. So here's something that's really cool. When I was unboxing all of the hardware, we have all of the brackets. So we have 3 for the floor tom legs, we have 1 for the rack tom. You have all of your bass drum claws, tension rods, everything in here. And they also provided a tom stand. So all you have to do is connect that to one of your cymbal stands and you can hang your rack tom. So you don't have to buy an additional part. I think this is pretty great because not only is this kit under $1,000 for a shell pack that's made in the USA, but you get everything you need to mount all of these drums and get them set up ready to play. The only thing you need to provide are your own cymbals, your own hardware, and your own snare drum. If you are a working drummer, you probably already have them. If you are not a working drummer, it's really easy to get them. There are so many options out there, especially from Ludwig. So you can complete your configuration and have a working drum kit that'll work for any situation. Now, although this drum set comes with heads from Ludwig, they are the Remo heads that are made in Taiwan, which isn't that big of a deal, but it does feel like they are PS3s for the kick drum, so it feels like a coated PS3 for the Rezo side and a clear PS3 for the batter side. The toms, feels as if it's a coated ambassador for the batters and a clear ambassador for the Rezos. I myself am just going to go right ahead and put my heads of choice on this drum kit, which is a clear Power Stroke 3 for the batter side on the kick drum, some clear ambassadors for the bottom, and some white suede emperors for the tops. So we're gonna get started and just start assembling each drum one at a time. Let's start with the kick drum. Now before we start with the kick drum, here's something I want everybody to take a look at. So the finish that I got on this kit is aspen white. I think it looks beautiful. Like I said before, these are 6-ply shells. They are a 3-ply maple exterior with a 3-ply cherry interior. See here when I zoom in, definitely see the difference between the outer and inner plies, between the maple on the outside and the cherry on the inside. All right, let's start putting this thing together. And there you have it. Here is the kit all ready to go. As you notice, there is some assembly required. You need to make sure that you put the brackets on, so you are going to need a Phillips screwdriver, no big deal. You do have everything that you need, tension rods and everything else. The one thing that I do recommend, however, is that you do start with the largest drum and work your way down to the smallest drum. If you are not a drummer, if this is your first drum kit, or if you are buying this for the drummer in your life, you might not notice that all of the tension rods are put into a bag and they are different lengths. You start with the largest drum and work your way to the smallest drum. You will notice that if you accidentally grab a tension rod for, say, the 12-inch rack tom, it's not going to fit on the bass drum, and it's not going to fit as well on the floor tom. It's going to be a little bit too short. This is going to help you eliminate that and not get frustrated when you try to put a tension rod on and realize that it's not going to work. A little rule of thumb: when you see the bass drum tension rod, you're going to notice they're long, but they do have a good amount of just chrome without any grooves in it. So that's how you know it's for a bass drum. For the floor tom and the rack tom, there is a little bit of a difference in length. You can't really tell the difference between the two unless you line them up. And when you have a bag filled with hardware, that can take a while and can be a little bit overwhelming. So like I mentioned, start with that floor tom first. You'll make sure that you get all of the tension rods you need because they'll actually fit, and then you're left over with the ones for the rack tom. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Stay tuned for a demo coming soon. Till next time, see ya.